Hey guys, so I'm going to take you through a back and bicep session today. This is one of 5 sessions I do a week, and this session basically is a pull down, then a T-bar row, and then an upper back row, and then we're going to do some rear delts and some biceps as well, the most important muscle in the body, and then probably do a little bit of posing, and yeah, take you through it. And I'm basically preparing to compete in about 10 weeks time. So I'm in a fat loss phase at the moment, just trying to train as hard as possible to try and lose fat and maintain muscle. So let's do it. I do these a little bit differently to how people conventionally usually do them. I like to have a neutral grip with the handles. So I have to loop them over the mag grip, which I just get a really good squeeze in my lats. I get a really good feeling. And I put a box under the seat, which just allows me to get a full stretch. Otherwise, I can't quite get to the top. So it's a little bit of a hassle, but at the end of the day, I get a good squeeze in my lats, and it's been working for me. So I'm going to continue to do it. What I did there was basically a rest pause. So I do a set to failure, 8 to 10 reps. I'll stay locked in and wait about 5 to 10 seconds. I'll take 3 to 5 deep breaths and then go again. And I might get 2 to 3 reps. Go again, 5 breaths, and try and get another 2 reps. It's basically just extending the set a little bit further. I'm hitting failure 3 times there in the space of 1 set, so that's what really triggers the growth, and that's what's going to keep me holding on to the muscle that I built. Second exercise, I'm doing a T-bar row. This is really just like a powerful exercise trying to get the upper back, so I do take quite a wide grip. So if I'm elbows out here, that's really hitting my upper back. I like to put some blocks there and just stand. I just feel a bit more powerful, and yeah, that's something else. With these machines, I'll just try and figure out ways that feel better for me, because we're all built differently, different length limbs, etc. So yeah, that's what I've always done, trying to play around with stuff until it feels really good and it hits the spot I want to train. So basically to 2 sets. First set was really heavy, 6 to 8 reps. Try to keep the form as tight as possible. I allow my back to sort of stretch, and then just try and not have my chest leave the pad too much. Last rep or 2 is kind of a little bit, and it's inevitable. And the second set, I drop the weight, so then I'm able to get a little bit higher, 8, 9 reps, and then I just take a 10 off, and that just allows me to get a few more. To really make sure I hit that exercise, great exercise. Just do 2 sets like that. Going on to another row. So this is more, I'm coming from a low row, low position to up high. And this is, I really feel this in my upper back and traps. I really try to not cheat on this one and try and really squeeze it at the top. And if I can't hold it, it's too heavy. So aiming for about 10, 12 reps. So when I get to the end of the set, I can't hold it anymore. I'm just trying to do even half reps. So even if I'm not getting to there, I've still got power from there to there, just a partial rep. So I've still got something in the muscle until I literally can't even retract my shoulders anymore. And then that's gone, I know I've gone to failure then. So one more row exercise. It's quite a lot of upper back rowing. That's just mainly because it was an area that I really wanted to bring up. So I'd always try and include a row where your arms are sort of perpendicular to the body and coming out wide as well. With this one, I put this block to try and just get a really good stretch, and then I come up high, try and get it upper back. So I really feel it. Last set, I'm just changing my grip up. So rather than hold here, I'm going to hold down here, and it's a bit lower. I can come right back there. More of my lats are going to be involved rather than my upper back, and I can get right, good squeeze. Back's quite a complex muscle, so changing these little things just hits it differently. But I'd say always include a row like this and like this, as well as a pull down in every back session, so you're just hitting everything sort of fully. Okay, so I'm going to finish off the sort of back section of the workout with the Nautilus pullover. It's a pretty old school exercise, but basically it will train the lats without including the biceps. So by now my biceps are pretty fatigued from the pull downs and rows, and that's going to be a limiting factor because obviously the lats are a lot stronger muscle, so I don't want my biceps giving out. So this I literally pull down, push down with my elbows. Not every gym has this machine, but if I didn't have it, I'll just have basically a rope or straight bar on a cable and come all the way down like that. So it's a really good finisher. And basically at the end, I'll just literally do partials, so like really squeezing everything out of those lats, get them really pumped. Just 2 sets there, just 2 sets. Whew. So rear delts are actually a really important muscle group. They're so small, but they come from the back of your shoulder and they actually come right down here. So it's actually makes a big difference to the side as well, but a lot of people just, it's a bit of an afterthought. So I'm doing basically 3 sets, just trying to be really strict, otherwise other muscles will just take over. And that's going to make hopefully a difference to my shoulders from the side and from the front, because it does make a difference. Moving on to biceps. Biceps pretty simple, like we're just curling. I like to use this where it's basically like a 2D handles, where I can just get a little bit more freedom on my wrists. With a straight bar, it's very fixed. Sometimes I can get a little bit of pain sort of in my forearm, whereas this allows me just to twist a little bit, and I feel much better that way. I'm really just trying to keep my upper arm really like, I'm not moving it around too much. I'm trying to keep that fixed and just kind of lower it down slowly, get a full stretch, and then up again with my elbow sort of slightly in front like that. So yeah, that's the reason for the setup. Okay, so for this exercise, basically want my elbows to be behind my body, and I'm trying to get a stretch. So for the last one, I was sort of in front. That's more working like the top contraction. With this, I'm really trying to slowly like stretch it out and actually squeeze my triceps at the bottom to make sure I'm like fully extended. Sometimes I do the cable, but usually like both cables are taken, so dumbbells like just as good exercise. If I'm on an incline, just trying to stretch it. Don't need a lot of weight. Really don't need a lot of weight for this. So final exercise, we're just going to do some hammer curls. So really just hit the forearm, a brachialis, which is like a little muscle sort of between your biceps and triceps. Basically I'll basically do 5 reps on one arm, then do 5 reps on the other arm, and then go back to the original and do 5 reps and 5 reps. That seems to, I just really like doing that. Crazy posing. Ooh. Okay, cool. So that wrapped up a sort of back and biceps workout. So we started off with some pull downs with a neutral grip, and then that was just really just getting the lats, and then the T-bar rows, just like a powerful exercise, getting the upper back in there. The low rows, which again just isolate the upper back, as well as the Cybex, which is coming out really wide and high, so it's hitting that traps and rear delts. And then we finish off lats with a pullover, just taking the biceps out and getting that stretch with the partials at the end. For back, I do way more volume than any other muscle group. So things like chest and legs, I actually do less volume than back. Back's just an area that I really needed to focus on. And then we did some biceps, which was always fun, getting a good pump. I think people tend to maybe not train biceps or arms that hard. Like I really try and slow it down and go completely to failure until I can't barely move it anymore. So yeah, I put a lot of effort into that. And basically this is one of 5 sessions. Hopefully I'm going to do a sort of filming session of every session I do. And yeah, I've got about 10 weeks until I'm potentially going on stage in August, and I'm losing weight about half a kilo a week at the moment. I actually competed before. I competed when I was 20. I'm now 31, nearly 32, so it's a long time ago. I've been drug-free, natural training for about 15, 16 years now, so hopefully I've learned quite a few things that I can pass on to you guys, and you can learn 1 or 2 things from a video. That's great. And my intention is basically to compete a few times, see how I do on a national stage, and just try and take my physique as far as I can do naturally, and show that you can build an incredible physique without steroids, without drugs, by training sensibly, training hard, and backing it up with nutrition and correct sort of lifestyle habits and rest outside the gym. So yeah, stay tuned for the next few workout videos, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers guys.